Hi guys, let's look at computer paper 3, that is project. This paper was supposed to be done July 2021 up to January 2022, that is for 7 months. That means that is over. Therefore, I'll be taking you through on how you are supposed to tackle this. This goes to the current Form 4s so that you can be in a position to know how you will tackle your project comes May or next term. Therefore, our paper should take 7 months, and instructions are that you are supposed to use a DBMS or a database management system. And for that case, we shall use Microsoft Access, and this is the project. Therefore, you are supposed to come up with a system called MOVERS transport system. And basically, MOVERS is a company that provides transportation for various agricultural goods for farmers between farms and retail outlets. The company transports produce such as cereal, livestock, and perishable goods like milk, eggs, fish, and flowers. The company also transports farm inputs such as fertilizer, manure, herbicides, pesticides, and seeds for planting to the farms. Therefore, basically, if I skip all that story, there is a table showing transport means. We have a category of pickup, lorry, trailer, and refrigerated trucks, of which we have their road capacity and also cost per kilometer. Then another important table is table 2. We have the number of loaders and payments drivers and loaders based on type of vehicle. Therefore, for the pickup, it goes with the 2 loaders, and amount paid per loader is 200, whereas driver is 2K. Lorry goes with 6 loaders, each loader is paid 300, and the driver is paid 3K. Trailer goes with the 10, loader gets 500, driver gets 8K. Refrigerated truck goes with 4 loaders, each loader gets 450, and the driver gets 5K. So after doing that, we go to the expectation. Therefore, develop a well-documented computerized DBMS or DBS database system, that is for the company. Therefore, you're supposed to develop a computerized system to maintain members, vehicles, that is record of vehicles, record of loaders and drivers, record of goods transported, records of farmers who are in groups, record of orders, offenses, expenses. Then you're supposed to compute payment for a loader and a driver, penalties are charged, loading fee per vehicle, revenue per vehicle, expenses, tax payable, total company, total revenue, overall profit, and then generate reports. Therefore, if you just go to this part here, we are told that a driver who commits an offense, such as overspeeding, therefore we have an offense called overspeeding, overloading, driving while drunk, or causes perishable goods to get spoiled due to misconduct, the drivers are surcharged. A driver is served with, therefore, types of actions. You have warning letter. The driver may be suspended or even terminated. Therefore, those are some of the actions taken. Then we are told that the company remits 20% of total revenue as tax for the government. Therefore, guys, this was the past project that was tackled by 2021 KCSE students, and therefore I'll just go and show you a demonstration of how the system was supposed to look like. And therefore, this is the system. The system runs. This is called the splash form. Then it goes to the dashboard or the switchboard. Therefore, basically, this is just a demo of the system that was created by one of the students. And therefore, we just go to members. And for that case, from this point here, you can be in a position to see various members who have been registered, and also the groups in which they are in. Therefore, this is the members registration. Then we also have the employees. Therefore, employees, you see, for the employees, you can be in a position to see we have the employee ID, the employee name, age, gender, designation, whether a driver or a roader, and that way. Therefore, that is also we have group registration. We can have group registrations in various manner, where we have group name, we have location and products they go. Then we have offenses. You can record the offenses here: drunk driving, overspeeding, overloading, perishable goods to make them spoiled. Then we have the forms, like for offenses capture. You can capture the offenses that way. Then orders, you can make orders. Therefore, you have the commodities as given by the examiner. Therefore, you can order the commodity. Then who orders? The group that orders. Then we have distance to be covered, weight in tons, and you can comment whether it was delivered or not. Therefore, that is for the order capture. Then you have servicing of the vehicle. Therefore, you can have the vehicles as captured, showing the servicing done, like this one was oil change at that date, and then the amount covered. Therefore, you can also choose the list of vehicles from this GUI. Then from there we have the vehicles. You can capture the vehicles. You see now this shows very well. We have the registration number, the make, the category, capacity, the kilometers, roaders, drivers, fuel, and trips. Therefore, this is an example of car vehicle. That is the vehicles registration module. You see now this is where the that is the the system captures various vehicles details. Therefore, guys, on the other hand, we have reports for groups. Like, for example, you can have report for groups, report for members, taxes, etc. Therefore, guys, I will be taking you through how to come up with movers transport system from scratch, and then we shall proceed all over until it is. So guys, launch Microsoft Access. Therefore, just go to right click new, then go to Microsoft Access, and then we can just have this one as movers MIS. Then you open the access document, then enable the macros. Then the next thing here is to create the tables. Therefore, just go to create here, then just go to table design. We shall start by creating the vehicles table. Therefore, just go to vehicles. You can have the vehicle number. Then you can have the category. Then we have the capacity. You can have the just have kilometers here, and you can have that is kilometers to be covered. Then you can have the we can have roaders. You can have the driver. Then you can have the vehicle photo. This one is attachment. Therefore, you just choose attachment here. Then after doing that one, we can have the fuel consumption and the trips to cover. Then we can just go to category here. Click the drop down list, go to lookup wizard. Then here you just go to I'll type the values I want. Then we can have we have pickup, we have lorry, we have truck, and we have trailer. Those are the categories of vehicles we have. Then after doing that one, the car number here is the primary key. Save it, Control S. This is vehicles. Then after doing that, cross that, create, go to create. We create another table, servicing. If I just go to the servicing of the vehicle, if I have service ID, this can be auto number and the primary key. Then you can have registration number of the vehicle. That is the vehicle. Therefore, the vehicle here, you get it from the vehicles table. Therefore, go to lookup wizard. Then use option number 1. I want the lookup field to get values from another table. Then I go to vehicles table. Next, I want to get the car number. Therefore, just go to that one. Next, finish. Therefore, I click on yes. This is servicing. Then service date, and then we have date and time. Then we have services done, and then the amount charged. This is currency. Then we save that one. We create another table. Create table design. Therefore, the next table we can create is the produce, or the product. Therefore, the produce is primary key. Save that one. Then this is the produce. Then we can have various produce products like beans. We can have cereals. Can have milk, seeds. Seeds. You can have fertilizer, herbicides, pesticides, etc. Therefore, that is the product to be transported. Then from there we have create table. We can have the next one. We can have group ID and group name. This can be auto number. If I can save this one as groups, save it as groups, then we can feed something, and the groups can have Kakamega, can have Garissa, can have Nakuru, Nyeri, can have Isiolo. Those are the names of groups. Then from there, we can just go to create another table. We can create members, member ID, member name, group ID they belong to, and something like their telephone number. Therefore, this is members. We go to members. Therefore, when you capture the members here, like Don Gichai, which group does he belong to? Therefore, we go back to members in sign view. Here, group ID, we check the group using the lookup wizard. Therefore, use option number 1, next. Therefore, groups, next. Then you just check the group name. Sorry, the group name. The group name. Next, finish. Yes. So, after doing that one, I save that and close this one. I proceed, go to create, go to table design. After doing that one, I can go to, that is to order ID. Then after having to go to order ID, you can have the commodity ordered. commodity ordered. Then you can have ordered by, that is the group, a distance to be covered, distance, and weight, tons, distance, this can be in kilometers. Then we have status, just a comment whether it was delivered or not. Therefore, this one, commodity, you use the lookup wizard to check from the produce. Therefore, go to next, then we go to produce, next, then set the produce, next, finish. Then this is order. Then we go to ordered by, that is the group name. Go to lookup wizard, go to next, therefore groups, next, group name that ordered the product, next, finish. Yes. So if I go to open this one here, I can be in a position to get the commodity. We order fertilizer. Who ordered? Kakamega. And then also you can include the vehicle to deliver, that one. But that one can be done in the next table. Therefore, create table design. Therefore, we go to delivery. Therefore, we go to deliver table. Therefore, you have delivery number. Delivery number. This is the primary key. Then we have order number. Then we have the vehicle used. Vehicle to deliver. So order number, you just check the order number from the ordering number. Therefore, it checks the wizard from the order. Next. Therefore, order ID. Next. Finish. Then we go to, this is delivery. Then we go to car that delivers. Therefore, next, go to lookup wizard, go to next, go to vehicles, next, go to vehicle number and category, next, finish. So if I go to my relationships, guys, you'll get that the relationship has created itself automatically. That is the relationship. Therefore, if I double click like this one, I'll be in a position to see it exists one-to-many relationship. Therefore, my relationships are creating themselves using the lookup wizard. I don't need to repeat creating the relationship. Then from there, after doing that, guys, we can create employees. That is employees table. Therefore, we have the employees table where you have employee ID. This can be auto number since this is a project. It's not a real thing. Then we have employee name. You can have age, you can have gender, you can have designation. He's either a driver or a roader. Therefore, lookup wizard, I'll type next. Therefore, we have roader, and also we have driver. Next, finish. Then after doing that one, we can have his telephone number, and also his passport if need be. His passport. This one should be attachment. Therefore, we save that one as employees. Then after doing that one, we go to the next one. We create a table called action, and that is offenses. Offense primary key. Then you save it as offense. Then open offense. Therefore, offense, we have drunk driving, we have overloading, we have have over speeding, etc. So I just cross that one. Then after doing an offense, there is an action that is taken. Therefore, you just go to actions. Therefore, this one is also primary key. Save it as actions. Then you run actions. Actions taken, we can have none. We can have the guy must be suspended. The guy might be terminated. And a warning letter. Warning letter can be given. Therefore, guys, these are some of the tables that you are supposed to create, and you have seen how I have taken you through how to create the tables together with the relationship at the same time. Therefore, you see now my tables have relationships. They are all related to each other by use of lookup wizard, and therefore that makes my work even easier in other manipulations. Or we can proceed to queries. Whenever you are told to compute, you are supposed to use queries, and this is among the simplest projects I have ever seen, since in this part 1 all the way up to part 9 you are supposed to copy paste one query and then manipulate. So let's see, how are you supposed to calculate payment for a loader and a driver, and also the same case applies loading fee per vehicle per trip. So guys, what you need to do is to create a query. Therefore we shall create a query. Let's just go to create, then go to query design, then use the vehicles, that is the vehicles table. And for that case, we shall need the vehicle number, category, kilometers, loaders, drivers, and then fuel and trips. And to get the the number of loaders, that is to get the number of loaders there, we have been told that a pickup goes with the 2 loaders, lorry 6, trailer 10, and refrigerator trucks 4. So what you need to do here is just to use if function. Therefore, you just go to where the loaders are here, loaders, where the loaders are. Therefore, I just put a full colon, then if, then I open 2 normal brackets and square bracket. Therefore, if category equals to pick up, then it goes with the 2 guys. So I just need to copy this bit, that bit up to if. Then I just put a comma here. I put a comma and then paste. Therefore, if category for the next one is, if category is lorry, if I can just check, lorry goes with 6. So I go back here. I go to this one, change this one to 6, put a comma, paste again. If the next one is trailer goes with 10. Then the next one, which is truck, goes with 4. So you count the number of ifs, 1, 2, 3. So I put 3 brackets, 1, 2, 3. There we are. Then I also need to copy this because I reuse it later on. Therefore, I copy that one by pressing Ctrl C. So guys, let's see what happens. This is loaders and drivers. So if I run this one, if I double click this one here, and then we assign a vehicle right now, let's just assign few vehicles from the table here. We can have KCB, RK, RT. This one is pickup. Then we can have KBB. That one, this is lorry. Then you can have another vehicle there. This one is truck. Then you can have another vehicle. This one is trailer. You can also have another one. You can just capture few for practice purposes. Therefore, this one is pickup. You can have another vehicle. This one is lorry. So guys, those ones are enough. What will happen? The system will automatically feed this according to the category using the query. Therefore, let's see whether that one happens. There we are, guys. You see now, if it's a lorry, it assigns 6. Lorry 6. Pickup 2. Therefore, this is what the examiner wants us to see. Therefore, let's go to drivers. Therefore, I just go to design view. We assign the drivers. Therefore, I just go to where the drivers are there, put a full colon, and then put a full colon and paste the same code. But the only difference is that drivers are different. So we just go and see the number of drivers. These are roaders. Therefore, drivers are 1, 1, 1, 1. Because you have not been told how many drivers. Therefore, it can just assign 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Therefore, for the drivers, you can just assign 1. You can just assign this one 1. You can just assign 1, 1. That way. Therefore, this is not 14, but should be 1. So I save that. If I go and run it, you see that driver is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Therefore, that one is done. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to roaders pay and roaders whatever. Therefore, drivers pay. Therefore, you paste the same. Therefore, just go to roaders and drivers payments. So we shall use the same if function. Therefore, just go to design view. I copy the same if function, this one. Therefore, I just copy this. I will cross this. I go to roaders and drivers pay. Then we shall include a field here called RP. RP stands for drivers pay. Therefore, I shall come here. Instead of the driver here, I write roaders pay. RP stands for roaders pay. Therefore, if category is pickup, how many? Roader is paid 200, 300, 500, 450. Therefore, 200, 300, like that. Therefore, for that case, we shall see how that one works. Therefore, roaders pay, let's just go to the system. Therefore, if category is pickup, a roader is paid 200. For lorry 300. For a lorry 300. For a trailer 500. 500 and 450 for refrigerator truck. That is for the roaders pay. Therefore, that is how that one is done. Therefore, just still copy this exactly the way it is. I copy that. I just go to this other part here. I paste it, but this time around, remember we are doing drivers pay. So I go to this point. And change this one to DP. This is drivers pay. And according to the system, the drivers pay is a bit different. Therefore, we have 2,000. They just add 0, 2,000. This is 3,000. Then let's check. 8,500. 5,000. This is 5,000. This is 8K. Good. So if I go back now and run this one, guys, there we are. You realize that this is lorry, drivers pay, and if I change this one to something different, if I choose trailer, you see it automatically changes. According to the category. Therefore, that is the power of if function. Then if I cross that one, we want to see cost per kilometer. Now cost per kilometer, we just copy this, and then paste. Just type cost per kilometer, Then we go back to our if function. We copy our if function because it is the same. So I just copy this, just copy that, then go to my cost per kilometer. So I want to calculate cost per kilometer. I just go to this point here. I just type here. I just type my cost per kilometer. Then I put my full colon and then I paste. So cost per kilometer is given on this schedule, the next schedule here. Cost per kilometer, pickup 200, 650, this one. So that is exactly what I fix here. So you just go to if category is pickup, cost per kilometer is 200. The next one is 650. The lorry is 650. The next one, that's the trailer, is 1500. The refrigerator truck is 1K. So we just put that and save. There is a comma. There is a comma there. So I save that and then try to see what we have. There we are, guys. Cost per kilometer. You see now, if I change, the cost per kilometer should also change. You see, everything is changing according to what I choose. Therefore, this is what is expected here. So if we are here, you'll be in a position to see we have solved almost everything. When we go to expenses, let's go and see the expenses, how to calculate the expenses. So we just go to this point, cross all, go to create, then query design. We need to have vehicle and servicing. So from here we have the vehicle, then that is the servicing date, service done, amount, and also the fuel here. Then we can have the expenses here. Expenses is fuel plus amount. That is the amount of servicing that way. Therefore, from there we can just call this expenses. Then you cross that one. You can proceed to the next one. You can just go to see revenue per vehicle per trip. Therefore, you can just see how to calculate that one. Revenue, that is the revenue per vehicle. Per trip. Therefore, how will you do that one? So what you need to do is to go to this one, copy this, paste it. Therefore, you have revenue per vehicle per trip. So you open this one, revenue per vehicle. Then you proceed to this other part here. Therefore, the revenue here should be cost per kilometer. What should be? Should be cost per kilometer multiplied by trips, but the number of trips that vehicle goes. Then from there we proceed. We can just get to see the taxable pay. If we go to see the taxable pay, for the taxable pay, we just go again to this one, cross this, copy this, copy, paste, taxable pay. Therefore, taxable pay, right click, go to design view, go to the last part here. We had cost per kilometer. Therefore, in this time round, we multiply with the kilometers. We have that field called kilometers here. There we are. That remains that way. So when it goes to we want to see the profits. We shall just go to where the expenses are. If we just go to create, go to query design, we create a query of queries. Therefore, we shall have expenses and taxable pay. Then you pull this one. Therefore, we shall have revenue, we shall have expenses. Then here we shall have the profit as revenue minus expenses. Spelling must be correct as there. Expense. This one looks like. If I need to copy that, minus that. So I'll be in a position now to have my profits like that. So guys, you notice that almost everything on this project was querying. Therefore, basically, it is about querying. Then, when you go to this other part here, how to generate reports. You just generate reports using the wizard. Therefore, just go to report wizard. Like now, I want to get vehicles report. Therefore, you want to get vehicles report. Therefore, just choose whatever you want. Then we have the fuel that way. Then finish. Therefore, you're in a position to see a report. Therefore, this is a report. You can also create another report by doing so, by just going to create report wizard. Then you choose something different. Offenses report. Next, finish. You get offenses report. Then a project cannot be complete without forms. The examiner here did not ask you to create forms, but I would advise it is a must for you to design forms, since they make your work decent and easier and also well organized. Therefore, for example, if I wanted to create a form, I just go to create, then I just go to form wizard. Like for example, I want to create a vehicles form. Therefore, I can just have the vehicles form here with me. Therefore, I just go to, I need that one, the fields I need. Then I need those ones. Then next, I want it to be columnar. Next, the name vehicles form. There we are. Then I can just probably do a bit of organization. Like now I can bring this one here. The picture of my vehicle resides here. That way. Then you can do a bit of changes that way. This one can be that way. So if now I run this form of mine, I can be in a position to capture the vehicles photos. Like now, for example, this is the first one is here is Rory. Therefore, I can just capture like that. In that, when I go to the next one again, this is Rory again. I can be in a position to do the same, to capture that one. So you can see the importance of forms. Guys, remember I have shown you in my first part the demonstration of how this system works, and therefore in just below this video there are links showing you how to create a splash form, how to create a dashboard, and also how to modify forms so that they can look beautiful, and also how to assign buttons, next button, such. And therefore, guys, that is the end of my presentation. That was KCSE 2021 project. That's how it was supposed to be done. Remember, guys, to subscribe on my channel and also the other channels below this video, so that you can be in a position to learn more on Microsoft Access databases and programming. Thank you very much.